Welcome back to Overstressed. If you've missed episode 4 of this series, make sure to go check it out in the top right-hand corner of the screen. Also, if you enjoy these episodes, make sure to drop a like and subscribe for more content. But without holding back any further, let's jump into the video. Welcome back to the world of Overstressed. It is so good to be back, and I have realized that I've actually been in the world of Overstressed for the past hour and 20 minutes and never hit the record button. So that footage is gone. Yay. But the summary of that footage is I've started to move my base back to the ground. So you can see it was up in the air. It's actually kind of still 50% up in the air because Peter failed at all of his minecart contraptions, but you know, we're here. And I've started to move it back into the ground, and it's already looking much better to finally have our base back in the ground. I think I repeated myself like 3 times there, but that is the rest of the goal for this part of this episode, is to basically move the rest of that crazy crap to the ground and have my house back up and running. And as you know, if you've watched the previous episode, Lujo was supposed to move it to the ground. And because he has not moved it to the ground in time for me, I will be sabotaging something inside of his base with a couple other members of the community. So, it's happening. Also, quick side note, don't like go dislike Lujo's video. He honestly sent me a really nice message, and just life came up and he just doesn't have time to. But still, we're gonna go ahead and ransack his base. We did it. Man, it's been a moment of fixing all of the craziness that was in the sky, but it has been several episodes of our house being up in the sky, and we're finally on the ground. And I've done a couple little redesigns and tweaks to the roof. I think this wasn't a thing before. I don't know if we like it, but we're gonna use it for now. I think this looks great with the windmill. The windmill is a little bit of a different design, but as I build other buildings, I think it'll make it fit a little bit better. But we'll do our grand tour again, because it's gonna look a little bit different. We have our comments up here. I'm gonna get 2 more by the end of this episode placed here and here, right there. So don't worry about that. We get our storage system here, which doesn't really have a whole lot of stuff in there. It's a lot from the very beginning, first episodes. Some of the stuff might be useful, though, for like farms and stuff like that. But as a whole, we have all that up and running. We have our little bit of a bedroom up here, which we can actually sleep in. And then if we head down below, we still have our crafting area, which I think looks really nice. Of course, we still have all this dirt and stuff, which I think that's going to be my next thing to maybe work on. Is to basically just add some beams and stuff to make it look like it's being held up in this crafting room, because I didn't know how high to design these walls. And it looks like I might have to go up 1 more block and then just build some beams and things like that to make this look like we really live in there. And then, of course, we have our elevator that's still working up and running and pretty hidden now, especially because we have our house over top of this machine. But as a whole, I really enjoy this house. All right, it is a brand new day, and we are back into the server. We have some game plan things? We have some things that need to get done today. One thing is that we're meeting up with Kafers to maybe start tackling the barn from the whole farm side of things. You might remember from like 2 episodes ago, an episode ago. I don't even remember anymore. And then also, we're going to be working with her to get back at Lujo. So let's jump right into it. Boo.
Hello. Nice try. Nice try.
I tried.
Hello.
Hello. I heard you like the barn so far. I know you've only done walls, but I like the palette.
Yeah, it's rough and rugged, i.e. why it has like dirt in it, which is a thing. Yeah, it's basically a design I've done before, but I've like upscaled it because I did the smaller version and it just looked really weird next to the tractor.
Yeah, I didn't realize the tractor was gonna be so big, but I was like, you know, it works.
It's like life size, isn't it? Like you could like get in it, you could sit in it, and you could drive it.
I like it though.
It drives itself.
I hope you appreciate on how I've attached the wheels by just randomly throwing a fence that doesn't really fit.
It works.
Yeah.
It works. I've not actually seen it run. I didn't dare like turn it on in case I like broke it.
I don't remember if it works. Does it work? Wait.
Ooh,
Oh.
ooh.
Hey!
Oh, look at it go! Look at it go!
There we go.
Oh, that's so good.
Oh, it's so awesome.
Well, I had a proposition for you actually, because KB and I are working on a public villager trading farm, and we actually thought it would be pretty cool if we had a couple of villagers in here that trade for wheat.
Yes.
And then we could like basically have like this turn all of this into emeralds.
Yeah.
That is how money works.
That sounds great to me.
Is this your backpack currently?
Oh, of course. It took way too long to make this because I built it wrong like 3 times. But yeah, no, this is currently my backpack because I had to make it when my house was in the sky. Because getting items from the sky was not exactly easy to do what I needed to do. So.
Speaking of which, actually, Rocket, I'm gonna take a break from building this and just do that in a time lapse. I thought we could pay a visit to a mutual friend of ours.
I think that sounds like a fantastic idea. I say we do it.
Let's go, shall we?
Yes. Oh yeah. Hey, I could show you a secret though.
Ooh. Oh yeah. I watched your video. This is so cool.
Ta-da!
Look at that. Woo.
It literally goes down to just a hole. There's literally absolutely nothing down here at the moment. But I was like,
it's still cool.
I was honestly impressed with myself afterwards when I put the house over it, and I was like, man, you have no idea that this is here unless you've watched the video. Like,
can I tell you something that's absolutely gonna blow your mind, Rocket?
Go for it.
So you can make a redstone torch version of this, and it looks exactly like a real torch, but then you can pull it like a lever, and you can use it to make secret entrances.
Hold up.
Hold up 1 second. Just
is it this? Hold up.
And then you can pull it like a lever.
We're redoing this right now.
Speaking of secret entrances.
Just gonna... Oh, wait. I've already screwed up. Hold up. We'll fix the stone in a moment.
You can do this.
And...
Please ignore the man behind the curtain.
Yeah. Uh-huh. And then...
Okay, I guess that whole thing. Yeah! Look at that!
That is awesome. After Kafers and I messed around with the elevator for some time, we ventured over to Lujo's place, where our malicious plans started to form. The idea was that we were going to take down Lujo's giant cinnamon roll, and then turn it into a house made out of ancient debris. Yeah, it took a while to mine these things. I'm gonna let you lead me on this one, because I have absolutely no idea on how to build a nice house, let alone a nice house made out of ancient debris.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna have it inset like this, and then this is gonna be on the the beams are gonna be on the outside. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's probably how big it's gonna be, and then I'll have another beam there, and then we'll just keep going this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hurrah.
Hello.
It's looking good.
It is, honestly. I really like it.
It's looking good.
I'm gonna head up and start finishing that roof for you.
Yeah. Go for it.
I found my camera, a piece of paper, and an image frame, so we could attach a screenshot of us to put into his house.
Excellent. I'm gonna put the rest of his debris back here. So he's got it. Although I might make furniture out of it later on. All right, let's take a picture, shall we?
Oh yes.
Oh, nice. Okay, let's try. Oopsie. Oh, I'm shifting. Okay. Take picture? Yay. Picture was taken.
Ooh,
You got it.
I like it.
All right, let's stick it in. Oh, I've run out of inventory space. I've got the item frame. Hang on. We'll put the item frame up. There we go.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! It's like such a, now let me take a selfie.
This is perfect.
It's beautiful. I hope he loves it. Right, well, thanks, Rocket.
Of course.
I'll get back on with what I actually should be doing, which is the lawn, obviously.
Sounds good.
Catch you later.
See you, Kafers. All right, so we've made it back into the server, and I have some ambitious plans for the rest of this episode. I don't know if we'll be able to complete it in time, but as you can see, I fixed up the walls, added a little bit of like a ceiling with some beams and stuff. Probably could have did a better design, but I honestly just went with this just because simple, easy to use, and also it connects kind of the basement that we've worked on to our house now. Also, I have to do our comments. That will happen by the end of the episode. I guarantee it. I just need the camera from Kafers. I may or may not have left it with her last night when we were on together. But other than that, we have this all completed, which is perfect. Now, this is going to stay probably a crafting area for some time. I don't know when I will actually change it, if I will change it. Over here, though, this is the ore processing area, which I haven't done any reworks to the walls or anything, and that's because that's going to move soon. Basically, this area is going to be placed down below. If we activate our sconce really quick, we'll place this all the way down here, and this is where our sewer system is going to connect to all these different rooms and stuff like that. So the idea is I've literally just dug a hole into the wall for like a general design of what I'm looking for, which I might as well place some torches down so things don't spawn. But the idea is that this will be an entrance to the sewer system. And then the sewer system is going to traverse all around, we'll say the world. We'll see how big we make it. And there'll be different rooms that we can go into. Like there'll be a room that will be just like a storage room. There'll be a room that'll be like an ore processing room. I plan to have like a room that's like an iron generator, a gold generator, things like that. And the idea is that it's underneath everyone's bases. So if they're online, it's going to be running my machines. I will make sure that they don't cause that much lag, so we won't have that issue, but it'll be a cool way of like making it so our machines are always up and running. At least that's the idea. Now, how I'm going to do this is probably first I'm going to rework this design, because this was just so I could get more cobblestone. Is that I'm going to have to make a quick little design of how I want to make the sewer, and then I'm going to design a drill, and then just activate the drill and have it just mine tunnels in different directions, and then we can build rooms off of that. And that is my hope, theoretically, for the rest of this episode, is that we can get that up and running so we could start our sewer system and start our storage area and things like that. And we'll actually have an official base then. All right, so this is the design that I've come up with so far, and it looks horrible. And I'm going to bear with me on this because this is just the framework of how the drill is going to mine. And then from there, I'm going to actually like decorate this place, like add some vines, add some like there's gonna be like water going through the center here and everything like that. I also thought of that I might build like little like maybe like outhouses English around like our village that we're making, and then if you like press a button, it's gonna actually send you down and put us into the sewer system and things like that. So it'll be like a little like secret passageways to get into like the base that I'm making and things like that. So I now just need to make a drill that would actually mine all of this out for me, which might be a little bit challenging. We'll have to see. And it's going to be pretty expensive. But once we do that, we're just going to start drilling a little bit. We're not going to go too crazy, just enough so that we can actually start making some storage rooms and things like that. And then I think that might be it for this episode, besides the comments. I won't forget that. I might forget that. All right. Surprisingly, I had all of the materials to build this. I think half of it was the stuff that Lujo gave me. But yeah, this is a very unique drill that we've created. I've not built any deployers on the sides to account for like lava or water. I think we're on Y level 53, so lava shouldn't be a horrible issue. And water could be an issue. However, I think I'll be okay. I mean, worst case scenario, I'll just quickly pick up the drill. And we're not planning to mine that far. Also, I figured with all of the stuff that we've just crafted, if we want to make an actual drill in the future, we can use like half of these materials. But basically, just a absolute wall of drills with chassis, deployer replacing rails with a plow, and then our chests for storage. Let's give it a shot. So if I flick it on, it's already placed rails. It looks like everything is connected. I'm scared that it might try to take blocks on the sides, but it doesn't look like it has. So we might be okay. So next step is we're going to power this thing with coal and hope for the best. So cross your fingers. Ooh. I think we're good. It's actually working. I'm actually kind of shocked. I didn't think it was going to work this well. Look at that. So the one thing I really need to remember to do is place torches, because this will definitely spawn some mobs for us, but you can already see it's already filling out basically as if we're creating a sewer system. So yeah, let's let this thing basically keep moving for some time. All right, so I've powered it off, and I just have to say, there is nothing like making it so a machine actually works correctly and works perfectly. I mean, look at this. This would have taken so long to mine manually, and this was maybe 30 seconds, not even. I literally can't get the smile off my face right now. But I am going to grab all of these ores really quick. Kind of totally forgot that it was going to show all of these ores for us. Of course, no diamonds or anything because we're not that far below, but still, all of this iron and stuff, perfect. So our next step is now to start building some corridors off to the sides, and that will then lead into kind of like a storage area. Preferably, I want to get our storage area down here, maybe our ore processing system, and then maybe that might be it for at least this part of the episode. We'll see if I continue more with that. So I also figured it's worth mentioning, so in previous versions, since we're running the backport mod, which makes it so it's like it's 1.17, but it's not, when we mine a piece of iron, you get a piece of iron. Oh, it's right here. You get a piece of raw iron, which actually is affected with a fortune pickaxe. So that means that right here, I just mined, I think it actually only gave me one, but you'll see, yeah, right there, it just gave us 2. So that means that if we have a fortune pickaxe, you can then run this through the create machine, and it will give you even more ores than what it used to do with the Silk Touch pickaxe. So actually, this Fortune 3 pickaxe that I have is insane. So, yeah, that's going to be something to keep in mind, that Fortune 3 is actually going to be on a whole other level of being able to make ores just duplicate and duplicate and duplicate. All right, so we've officially made the room. It doesn't look good, it's just a hole, but the idea is, of course, that we have our sewer that's going to be going through the whole thing, and then we have like a room off to the side, and this is going to be our very first storage room. And the idea is that this is all going to be chests. They're going to be kind of not facing forward, but sideways. There's also going to be some single chests in here, single chests, more double chests, singles, doubles, singles, and so on. I think that should be a good amount of storage, at least for the beginning. And then, of course, since we're underground, we could make more storage wherever we would like to. But that's the idea. I think I'm going to go make a whole bunch of chests and then just start filling the chests down here so they can actually sort our items. And then from there, we could actually go into like decorating this place and things along those lines. See, I didn't forget it. I've remembered to include the comment section into this video. If you don't know what I'm talking about, basically every single episode of the Overstressed SMP, I will pull a comment from my previous episode into the SMP and actually place it on a wall, which eventually will be a billboard somewhere, of like the nicest comment, because comment sections are usually pretty rude, and I usually don't like reading them because of that. So if you leave it a really nice comment, you might be featured in the video. So I forgot the previous episodes and the ones before that, so we're gonna attach 2 of them into this episode. So the very first one is actually by one of my moderators named Angel. And it says, loving the series, makes me want to play Rocket World more. All this time I've been watching you, there wasn't any of it that I did not love watching. Please never change. We like you the way you are. Thank you, Angel. I really needed that one, which we're going to attach that right there. So I've noticed some people said it's like really difficult to see these things. If I zoom in, it's full quality. You just have to realize I'm placing this as a block, so it's a little bit more difficult. But don't worry, they're on the wall. And then the next one is from Backdraft, and it says, your series is such a breath of fresh air. I love create mod and automation in general, and you're knocking it out of the park, Rocket. Thank you so much, Backdraft. So we're going to add that one as well to the wall, and of course, in one of the future episodes, I'll have a billboard or something showcasing everyone's comments through the entire series. All right, so we've spent a ton of time sorting. I wish I was kidding. It's probably been about an hour of just sorting, grabbing all of my items from everywhere and putting them down here. Now, I will state again, I haven't done anything to the room design-wise, besides I started to place down some slabs and stuff. Probably the beginning of next episode, I will actually make this room start to look good. I'll start to make the sewer start to look good and things like that. And we'll move our ore processing system down here. I just don't have time, I'll be honest. But here's our sorting room. We have tons of items. As you can tell, of course, the first chest I opened is empty. The top left chest, this is our ores, and we have a ton. It doesn't look like a lot, but that's a stack and 5 blocks of iron, which was almost an entire row and a half of iron, which is insane. Coal, we have a ton. We have a ton of copper, zinc, redstone. Lapis is probably the thing we don't have a lot of course, like diamonds as well, but we're stacked as far as ores for quite some time. And I've actually put this chest in the top left-hand corner because my idea is across from here, I'm going to build our ore processing room, and then I'm going to have like a conveyor belt or something, either being shown or not shown. Basically processing the ores, transferring them around, and then placing them right into our chest, so our ores are always in this chest. We don't have to transfer them, and they'll just go right in here. So that's the idea, why I've put it in the top right. We have our wood chest, which I've separated like planks and logs to just like items that we've crafted with wood, to just wool. We have a bunch of other odds and ends. What is it? There we go. We have like our nether chest. We have like other odds and ends like bricks and red items and stone items. I've separated like this is just a dedicated cobblestone chest because I know as we start mining, we're going to have tons of cobblestone, to then just like the different types of cobblestone and stone that you can find, to dirt and gravel and a bunch of other empties and things like ender pearls. And then over here, we have a bunch of different sections, such as like seeds and things that we can harvest, to just like flowers, saplings, bone meal. We have different food that's going to be placed into our bowl areas, food and bowls are going to be inside of that chest. This is just a create craziness chest that I've just thrown everything in there. So anything create related plus rails and levers are going to be put into there. Just so if I'm looking for anything create, it's there. If it's not there, I don't have it. But we have a bunch of empties and some other odds and ends, such as like tools and armor and things like that. And then, of course, we have this whole section that I haven't filled with chests, and these are going to be single chests and a whole bunch of stuff like that. So we have plenty of storage. This is probably going to last a pretty long amount of time. Which is good because that means I don't have to keep rebuilding storage areas. This will be fine. And then I have those chests that are still upstairs that are going to be mainly used for like the projects I'm currently working on, where I'll grab a bunch of items from down here, go up there, place them in those chests, and that's what we're working on during that like episode or during those couple of episodes, things like that. But that's actually going to be it. So I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe. I know it might not look like much happened in this episode, but we're basically prepping for these huge episodes that are to come. And of course, as you know, I'm a college student. I don't have that much time to record. So 8 hours of recording and cutting it down to 15, 20 minutes is about as best as I can do. So yeah, if you enjoyed, drop a like, subscribe, and I will see you guys all in the next one.